Hello students, welcome to AIMS India online classes. This is a chemistry session. Here we are discussing about the chapter water. We know as it is available too little to waste. Okay, in this session we are going to say about the introduction of this chapter. In earlier classes we have studied about the uses of water, about floods, drought, etc. Isn't it? Yes, we have seen what are the different uses of water and what are the effects of water if it is more, like floods. If there is scarcity of water, then what happens in droughts. So these all we have discussed in the earlier classes. So little is the quantity of water available for our use, isn't it? Very small quantity of water is available for our usage. So we have to use it very carefully. We should not waste the water. We know that water is a precious resource. We cannot live without water. Not only we, plants and animals also depend on water for their survival, isn't it? Yes, we can survive few days without food, but without water we can survive only few hours. It is very important for our survival, not only for the human beings, even for the plants and animals also. Water is very important for their survival. We can see huge amounts of water in seas and oceans. Yes, you may get doubt. We are telling water is available very small quantity, but if you see, there will be huge amount of water in the oceans and seas. But if you taste it once, you can understand as it is not useful for all the works. Why? Because it is salty. We do not use seawater for drinking because it is salty, isn't it? So even though there is a large amount of water available in oceans and seas, it is not used for drinking and other purposes because it is much salty. So seawater is also not useful for crops too. Yes, for agriculture purpose also we cannot use this seawater because it has excess amounts of salts and minerals which may spoil the crops and soil. So we use only fresh water. What is this fresh water? Fresh water is available in ponds, lakes, rivers and streams, so which can be used for our works like domestic purpose and agriculture purpose and industrial purpose. The water is called fresh water. This is available in ponds, lakes, rivers and streams. Very little amount of fresh water is available on the earth. If 10 liters of water is the total water on the surface of the earth, then out of this only 1 ml is available as fresh water for our use as well as for survival of the plants and animals. See how less, very small quantity it is. If the total water available on the earth surface, if it is taken as 10 liters, out of 10 liters only 1 ml is available as fresh water, remaining completely existing in the form of salt water in the oceans and seas. So very small quantity is available as fresh water. Okay, if the total water on the earth, if it is being 100%, then only 3% of fresh water is available. See, Venn diagram also it is given here. So pie chart it is given for availability of fresh water representation. See, this total is 100% water available on the earth surface. Out of this, the blue colored one is sea water or ocean water, which is salty in nature, so it cannot be used for our regular usage. And the remaining 3% is available for us as fresh water. Even in this total 3% also, if you observe, 2% of water is available in the glaciers like ice. Only 1% is being used and it is existing in the form of fresh water. So even though out of this 3% also, 2% is in the ice form. Only 1% of water is available in the fresh water form, which we are using nowadays. See, now we can understand how small quantity of water is available on the surface. Very rare quantity. isn't it? So we have to use this water very carefully as it is being precious, right? So fresh water is a precious resource. So wastewater treatment, as we're telling, very small quantity of water is available. Water is being fresh water is being precious, we should not waste it. If the water is being wasted, that water we have to reuse again by treating it. So by treating the wastewater, by purifying it, we can use it again. So that we call as wastewater treatment. All the wastewater released by home, industries, hospitals, offices and other uses are collectively called sewage. Yes, the wastewater collected from these all is called sewage. Sewage is a liquid waste. Most of it is water which has dissolved suspended impurities, disease causing bacteria and other microbes. So these impurities are called contaminants. Okay, these are all to be removed before you reusing this water, that we call as wastewater treatment. Removal of dissolved impurities, disease causing bacteria and other microbes. So after the removal of dissolve from this wastewater or sewage, we can reuse that water for our works. This total process of removal of these all impurities present in the water, this sewage, is called wastewater treatment. See, out of these all impurities, these can be segregated into three types. All the impurities. One of them is organic impurities, human feces, animal waste, oil, urea, pesticides, herbicides, fruit and vegetable waste, etc. These all come under organic waste. So the waste or impurities which are added to water and which are related to living things are called as organic impurities. Next, inorganic impurities like chemicals like nitrates, phosphates, metals, etc. These all are called inorganic impurities. One more kind, bacteria and other microbes. So such as those which cause cholera, typhoid, dysentery. So the microbes which are causing these all diseases to us. So these come under bacteria and other microbes. In this way, these impurities present in the water can be segregated into three types. Now the process at the wastewater treatment, let us see here. How do they purify this water? How do they purify this wastewater or sewage water? So let us see the treatment. Treatment of wastewater involves physical, chemical and biological process which remove chemical and biological matter that contaminate water. So these all impurities to be removed from the water, like chemical impurities and biological impurities. Chemical impurities means the chemicals present in the water like nitrates, phosphates, whatever we told earlier. So these all to be removed, and some bacteria also there that we call biological matter, bacteria and other insects which cause disease to us. So those also to be removed. Those we call as biological matter. So these all to be removed from the water, so which contaminate that. So first of these all processes in the treatment of wastewater is passed through bar screens first of all. So when this water is passed through these bar screens, what happens? Large objects like rags, sticks, cans, plastic packets, etc. are removed by this. So all will be struck here. See, all will be struck here. Only the big objects will be struck here. Pure water will go other side. Then water then goes to a grit and a sand removal tank. Thus, the speed of incoming wastewater is decreased to allow sand, grit and pebbles to settle down. So what they will allow this water to move slowly and to settle down. then what happens? All the heavy particles like sand, grit and pebbles, these all will settle down. So upper layer of water will be collected into another containers. In this way, the sand, grit and gravel or pebbles, these all will be separated from water in the second step. Next, the water is then allowed to settle in a large tank which is sloped towards the middle. Solids like fizzes settle at the bottom and are removed with the scraper. This is a sludge. A skimmer removes the floatable solids like oil and grease. So, after the removal of the sand and this gravel, they will allow this water to come into another container which is having slant towards the center. Here, some solids like phases settle at the bottom, so they will be separated, and even some floating objects, floating solids like grease or like oil, these are also removed by using skimmers. So water so cleared is called clarified water. So by this process, almost all solid and big solid particles all are removed. Then this water obtained is called clarified water. The sludge is transferred to a separate tank where it is decomposed by anaerobic bacteria. The biogas produced in the process can be used as fuel or can be used to produce electricity. So there, by the purification of water, the sludge collected will be transferred into another container. From that, either biogas is produced or they produce electricity by the decomposition of this sludge, because it is completely organic matter. Okay. Next, in the next process, air is pumped into the clarified water to help aerobic bacteria to grow. So bacteria consume human waste, food waste, soaps and other unwanted matter still remaining in the clarified water. So they will aerate this water. Aeration means they will pump air into the water. So this pumped air will help in the growth of aerobic bacteria, which completes takes that for food waste, human waste, soaps and other unwanted particles present in the water. These all will be taken by that aerobic bacteria. Okay, so that water will be purified still. After the several hours, the suspended microbes settle at the bottom of the tank as activated sludge. So then what happens? These microbes will settle slowly at the bottom of the container or tank as activated sludge. The water is then removed from the top, so the sludge will be remained at the bottom. The activated sludge is about 97% water. The water is removed by the sand drying beds or machines. So then from this activated sludge, water is removed by the either machines or sand beds. So when the water is passed through the sand beds, pure water will be collected from the bottom, where this activated sludge will be struck in the sand. In that way, pure water is collected from that. So dried sludge is used as manure, returning organic matter and nutrients to the soil. So this activated sludge also is used as manure, which return the organic matter and nutrients to the soil. The treated water has a very low level of organic material and suspended matter. Now, after these all four steps, the water obtained, the treated water will be having very small quantity of organic materials and suspended impurities in that. It is discharged into the sea, a river or into the ground. Now, after removal of these activated sludge and these all, that wastewater will be containing very small quantity of organic material and suspended impurities. This will be released or discharged into the oceans or seas or rivers. Okay, nature cleans it up further, so that water will be further cleaned by the nature. Sometimes it may be necessary to disinfect water with chemicals like chlorine and ozone before releasing into the distribution system. So the water thus obtained will be almost pure. but it may contain some bacteria or germs still. So to purify that further, it is necessary to pass this to pass some disinfectant through this water like chlorine or ozone, which kills these bacteria and germs. So after the killing these bacteria and germs, that water will be released into the distribution system to our homes. Even that water, river water and groundwater. Okay, in this way, water is treated, or the wastewater is treated, and it is purified from all the impurities. And after purification, it is sent into the rivers and groundwater level. Right? Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our YouTube channel AIMS Today and visit our website aimstoday.in for latest updates and recorded videos. Thank you.